Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for May 2023, looking at your recent, past, current energy, and immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall oracle cards for the reading as well as the overall theme for the reading, but this week I actually clarified it with a separate deck. So we're using 3 decks in this whole reading today. 1 deck in this reading, and then 1 deck in the extended, and then I have the clarifying deck that I may or may not use, depending on if I need it or not. As always, any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Aries. I'm excited. This is a good reading. In your recent past, you have worked through your fears with the Hierophant in reverse. You, in your recent past, I feel like a lot of your fears were brought to the surface. And this Hierophant in reverse card was asking you to approach them from a different perspective, because I feel like in the past, you may have let your fear win a little bit, meaning that you have had a tendency to choose situations and relationships that don't really serve you because you fear being alone, or you choose to pursue careers that don't really serve you because you fear not having, the proper amount of funds that you need to live. Now, it doesn't need to be either of those, but those are just a few examples of the fact that your fears were triggered and the universe was asking you to view them from a different perspective. Now, in your current energy, you uphold your vision with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Things are moving so slowly towards this vision that you have for your life that it feels like they're not moving forward at all, but they are. Just in a way that it's the journey of manifestation. It's not one big change. It's not one big sweeping change. It's the accumulation of a lot of really small, consistent changes that happen in your life. And I feel like what you're needing to do is embrace the divine timing of everything, because though things are moving slowly, they are moving toward where they need to go. Now, in your immediate future, it's time to take action with the 6 of Swords in reverse. You need to do what you need to do to get yourself unstuck, because I feel like you've been stuck in this energy of maybe letting your fear win a little bit for a while, and it's time to take the action that you've been afraid to take. I don't necessarily know what that means, Aries, or what that action is for you specifically, but there is a certain action that's needed, and it is time. It's time. Overall energy for this reading, you have reciprocity with justice. I really like this because this is saying that you deserve to receive. You deserve to receive. You deserve reciprocity. You deserve to have the rewards for the energy that you put into things. You deserve reciprocity in love and business and life and career and blah, 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 blah. However, it is time for you to take accountability on how you are not allowing this reciprocity into your life, because I feel like, again, there's certain actions that you need to take to get yourself unstuck that you haven't taken, that you maybe know you need to take, but you're afraid to. So let's start, Aries, by looking at your recent past. You have worked through your fears with the Hierophant in reverse. This is recent past for Aries, clarifying work through your fears with the Hierophant in reverse, please. Recent past for Aries. Recent past for Aries, please. See, you've been unhappy. Queen of Wands with the Sun in reverse. You've been unhappy. And I feel like you've been stuck in this energy of being unhappy for a while. Now, I feel like this unhappiness is a result of the fact that your circumstances, your circumstances can never really make you happy, right? There's no single person out there that's going to make you happy. There's no career that's going to make you happy, or success or amount of money that's going to make you happy. True happiness comes from within, right? We hear it all the time, but unfortunately, it's true. True happiness comes from within. Now, the difference is that our circumstances can add to our happiness, or they can take away from our happiness. And I feel like you've been dealing with circumstances that have been taking away from your happiness. And there's been this need to move away from those circumstances so that you can open the door for what can add to your happiness. Recent past for Aries, please. Recent past for Aries, please. Two of Cups in reverse with a Knight of Pentacles. I want more on this Two of Cups in reverse. I think I know what this is saying, but I want to make sure. Clarifying this Two of Cups in reverse. Because it feels like slowly but surely you've been separating yourself from the things that don't serve you. The King of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I said Knight, I meant 9. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, this King of Pentacles to me is really alluding to like your circumstances. This Nine of Pentacles in reverse is a tendency to think you want something, but realize that you actually don't because it doesn't actually align with you. Maybe you thought it was going to be something different, or you were hoping for the potential of it, whatever the case is. But I feel like slowly but surely, you are separating yourself from what doesn't serve you, what doesn't align with you. Now, there's a lot of fear associated with doing that because I feel like it's led to a lot more unknown than you're used to. But that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, Aries. It's a good place to be. Recent past for Aries, please. The Devil in reverse. I like that. Because you're releasing yourself from outcomes and specific, people, things that don't serve you that you've been attached to. Now, the Nine of Swords in reverse, I feel like you didn't necessarily take the action in your recent past. Maybe you did. But it feels less that you took the action and more that you dealt with the feeling around it, the fear associated with it, with taking action. Because this Devil in reverse, I like this because this is releasing yourself from attachments, right? We have a certain attachments to certain things and people in our life that don't serve us because of trauma or because of lack of faith or it can be anything, and I don't want to get too specific on a general reading, but it feels like you're doing what you can or what you know how to release yourself from these attachments. And I like that or this is a need to, and take it as it resonates. Clarifying this Devil in reverse. The Empress, look at that. Yeah, you really are, Aries. You're trying to put yourself first. Look at that, Two of Wands. You're trying to get into alignment. I love this energy for you. And I feel like it's going to pay off. I feel like it doesn't feel like it right now because you have Hold Your Vision with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But that's why you have Hold Your Vision, right? Hold on to it. Hold on to what you want, what outcome you're looking for. Clarifying Hold Your Vision with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Current energy for Aries, please. Current energy for Aries, please. Yeah. See, things are moving forward because you have the Chariot. But it, like, with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse, it feels like you still feel unstable. You still are doubting in your manifestations, but there's the Justice. Look, things are moving forward towards this Justice. But it doesn't feel like it. Now, I want more on this Four of Wands in reverse aspect here. Because this to me is kind of, it can allude to an unstable foundation, and maybe, that is what it is. You're just building the foundation. You're building the foundation for the Justice. You're building the foundation for what you want. So that's why it doesn't feel like you're not seeing the growth of it. Because, before you build like a super tall skyscraper building, you got to build into the ground first. You've got to get that stable foundation built. Once that foundation's built, the building can go up with ease, right? The building isn't the problem. I don't actually know if this is true, but for the sake of the analogy, it's like you've got to build underground first. Like, you've got to build that foundation. You've got to make sure that your roots are good. It's that song, like, The Bones. I don't even know who it's by, but it's like, when the bones are good, the rest doesn't matter. Like, when the structure and the foundation of what you're trying to create is good, then it doesn't really matter if things go wrong, because at the end of the day, you always come back to that foundation. You always have that foundation supporting you. And so right now, it doesn't feel like things are progressing because you're not able to see the growth, because the growth is taking place behind the scenes. So know that things are still happening. It just doesn't feel like it. I kind of want to take this one, actually. This is current energy for Aries, please. Current energy for Aries. It's like, feels like it's like almost time for you to receive. Yeah, see, you're being triggered because you still feel, unstable. Like you still don't feel like you're there. Like you still feel the lack. You feel the limiting aspects of what you're currently dealing with. But it's almost like these triggers, every time you face a trigger, that foundation gets a little stronger. Now that's depending on how you handle the trigger. If you allow the trigger to sabotage you, that's another thing. But if you allow the trigger to strengthen your faith, that's where you get the strength in the foundation. Now you have this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is that reminder to focus on gratitude, because it can get really easy to get lost in the fact that you haven't gotten to where you want to be yet and lose sight of how far you've come. Because I do feel, Aries, like you've come really far. I mean, even just based on this recent past energy, like you are trying to do what is best for you. And that is enough. Doing the best you can is enough. And it's going to get you there. And I just feel like there's a level of you that's lost sight of that a little bit, because the lack has felt so, I don't necessarily know if it's lack, but like the distance you have to go, it feels so overwhelming. Current energy for Aries. Current energy for Aries, please. You have the Chariot again with this Four of Wands. Or goodness, Four of Cups. It's basically like saying, like, to focus, make sure that you direct your focus on how things are moving forward. Like to really, and I just kind of said this, but I feel like this message is reiterating this, like focus on how far you've come. Because the more you focus on the positive aspects of your growth, the more that you're going to start seeing those come out even more. And I feel like that's what you're needing right now, is you're needing to really see what you focus on expands, right? Sorry, I'm feeling the need to like touch these cards. What you focus on expands. And like the more that you focus on how far you have to go, the more that you're going to get discouraged by how far you have to go. But the more that you focus on where you're at right now and how far you've come, the more you can say, okay, where I was a year or 2 years or 3 years ago, I would have settled for that relationship. I would have taken that job that didn't serve me. I would have let someone speak to me that way, But now you're setting boundaries. Now you're choosing yourself. Now you're, taking action that serves you. Like focus on how far you have come and let the rest fall into place. Let divine timing do its thing. Immediate future for Aries, clarifying it's time to take action with the Six of Swords in reverse. Immediate future for Aries, clarifying it's time to take action with the Six of Swords in reverse. King of Cups, Two of Wands. See, Aries, I feel... Ooh, okay, hang on. Let me get more here. Clarifying this King of Cups with the Two of Wands. The Empress in the reverse. Oh, okay. So the way that my readings usually go is in your immediate future, I don't try to tell you what's going to happen. I try to tell you how you're going to handle it so that you realize that you have more power over your circumstances than you realize, But what I'm getting at by that is the way for you to attract and achieve what it is you want here, this Ace of Pentacles, which is ultimately this justice, this reciprocity. Literally, the only thing you need to do, Aries, is make sure that you continue to put yourself first. Continue to choose what is best for you, to choose what is going to serve you the most, to choose what aligns with your soul, with your heart, with your desires. You will get to where you're trying to go. You don't need to make all of those decisions all at once. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know exactly what the path is going to be to get there. What you need to know is that all you can focus on is what you can control. And the biggest thing you need to know is that you have got to pay attention and focus on making decisions and choosing what aligns with what is best for you. Not settling, not seeing, ignoring red flags, not, any of it, right? I could repeat a million things there. But making sure that you choose with the Two of Wands here what aligns with you. Because this King of Cups to me is talking about emotional intelligence. Using your emotional intelligence to choose what is best for you is going to be it's going to get you there. Like that's what this feels like. It's going to get you there, and you can be so certain of that. Immediate future for Aries, clarifying it's time to take action with the Six of Swords in reverse. Immediate future for Aries, please. Look at that. Look at that. If you make, because we just saw those, right? It was like if you choose yourself, look at that. The wheel turns in your favor. It is finally time for you to receive, Aries. But it's going to be based, not all Aries are going to receive, because not all Aries are going to choose themselves. Not all Aries are going to put themselves first. There are Aries out there that are going to fall back into old behaviors, that are going to allow their past to take over, okay? But if you are able to choose yourself and put yourself first here, the wheel will turn in your favor. It's going to take time, and it's certainly not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. In fact, I feel like it's already happening. Immediate future for Aries, please. It's like finally the wheel starts turning in your favor. That's what this energy feels like. Immediate future for Aries. Then it comes to reverse in the Lovers. Okay. A little bit of a warning message / advice message from the divine here. Don't let your expectations of how things are going to go get in the way of you receiving what it is that you deserve. You don't want to expect things to be a certain way and then start to view things from the lens of a victim mentality and allow that victim mentality to take over. This is about really leaning into faith and understanding, Aries, that you are so deserving. You are so deserving of what it is that you want. It's literally the Justice card. It's the reciprocity in the Justice card. This isn't saying like receiving wish fulfillment. This is literally saying receiving what you deserve, balancing the scales. You've given your energy. You've given your time. You've done the healing. You've walked away from what doesn't serve you. And if you haven't done those things, then that's what you're needing to do. But if you can continue to do those things for yourself, you will get what you deserve out of this. You absolutely 100% will. But it's not going to look like you expect. It's not going to look like what you think. It's always going to look a little bit different, but better. Okay? So hold on to that, the realization that you are deserving of what it is that you want, but it doesn't mean that it's going to come in the same form that you expect. All right, Aries, we are going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to clarify these messages, dive deeper into them, and then pull an actual advice card for you at the end. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, as always, for your support of my channel. It means more to me than you know, and I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aries.